this one complete unit and you want to rent out a 5 bedroom house, many people in Ghana are looking for a chamber and hall, a 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom to rent at most. It's just a few people who have come to me and say they want a 3 bedroom house to rent. Nobody has come to me and says they want to rent a 4 bedroom or a 5 bedroom house. Usually, if it's a 4 or 5 bedroom, they want to buy or build, right? So if you are building a 5 bedroom house and have it in mind to rent, it's worse. The chances of you renting it out is lower than you even selling it. And already selling it, the chances are very low, right? Because it's going to be super expensive. Now, my next point is it takes forever to finish a huge dream house. It takes an eternity, especially if you don't have a regular cash flow. Somebody sent me a question on our Gmail, right? And I want to read this particular question because I asked him for permission to read this question on the live. He gave me the permission, and I want us to delve into it so that you see how people are, approaching building in Ghana and some of the things that we need to avoid. So he says, the Africa Building Hub team, inquiry regarding building project guidance and coaching. Okay. I hope this email finds you all the nice greetings and all that, right? I'm writing to inquire about the possibility of receiving guidance and coaching from your esteemed organization for a building project I'm planning to undertake. Allow me to provide some additional context on my project. He gave the location, but because of privacy, I'm not going to mention it. The property size is 90 by 70 land, right? So which is like close to the typical 100 by 70 land, which is selling in Ghana. He says objective, construct a 2-story building with 4 self-contained houses, 3 on the ground floor, 1 on the top floor, along with a 2-bedroom unit for personal use on the first floor. As at now, no alarm bells ringing. It makes sense, like it's normal. Purpose, generate rental income from the self-contained units to support my family's financial needs. Still good, like it's a really good initiative. Financial situation, although I have contracted a loan of 30,000 cedis payable within a year to pay my rent advance, my salary of 3,500 cedis is no longer available due to this commitment. So let me break it down. He has taken a loan of 30,000 cedis, which is payable within a year, to pay his rent advance. And so because of that, he's servicing the loan. And his monthly salary is 3,500 cedis. Now, if you're watching in the diaspora, you don't know what the CD is, right? 3,500 cedis is like less than $300 or around $300. No, it's less than $300. And he's saying it is no longer available because he's using his full salary to service the loan. My supportive wife has agreed to cover our household expenses whilst I focus on the building project. Bless your supportive wife. As of now, just alarm bells beginning to ring because if your salary is 3,500 and want to put up a 2-story building and you've already gone for a loan of 30,000, it means now you don't have a salary. Let's continue. Here are some additional developments pertinent to the project. 1. I am considering procuring construction materials from the block factory operated by the individual who sold us the land. So somebody sold him the land. The person also has a block factory and he wants to get the materials from this person. Would you recommend this approach, or I should explore external suppliers for better pricing and quality assurance? Now, my beautiful community, all the questions I ask, I want you to also be answering. I'll read your answers because I've told him I'm going to do this live. When I finish, I'll send him the link to watch. And I want him to see your responses. So we are taking the first question again. I'm considering procuring construction materials from the block factory operated by the individual who sold us the land. Would you recommend this approach, or should I explore external suppliers for better pricing and quality assurance? Now, if you've been following our channel for a while, you know that one thing we say is compare, compare, compare. Always make sure to compare because when you compare, you have options. When you have options, you have bargaining and negotiating power. However, When it's just a sole sourcing kind of contract or procurement, then always you can't really negotiate or bargain a lot. And when a person sees you don't have a lot of options, one, either they are going to give you inferior quality materials, or two, they are going to charge you higher than you need to pay. And so, my dear viewer, if you are watching this replay, please try and get quotes from as many people as possible to help you make an informed decision. Now, my community, also comment. Number two, the seller of the land also offers construction services. Would it be advisable to engage him in the construction process, or should I consider other options to ensure competitive pricing and quality control? I think over here he has answered himself. So if you are watching this replay, my dear subscriber who sent this question, please consider other options as well to ensure competitive pricing and quality control. Again, you don't want to put too much power into this person who sold you the land. He is providing you the materials, and then he's the person building for you as well. Number three, I possess architectural drawings outlining the proposed building design, which is excellent because many Ghanaians don't like getting architects when it comes to their building projects. Their plan and everything is in their mind. They get a mason and a foreman, then they are building, right? But getting an architect helps you to plan because that and your structural drawings is what's going to feed into the bill of quantities, which ensures that you are guided, like you are building according to a plan, not just pay as you go. Now, number four, the seller of the land has suggested that we commence with a smaller scale project initially. Do you agree with this approach, or should we consider other strategies? So please, when you're answering, can you do like maybe number one or question two, so that it's clear once I begin to read the comments. Now, this number four is part of the reason why I'm making this particular video. Definitely start with a smaller scale project, because your salary is low and it's non-existent. And if you want to build this 2-story house with 3,500 cedis, it is going to take you at least 30 to 50 years to complete it. Right? So start something, do a 1-bedroom and then rent it out. Then as you are getting another, do another bedroom, do another. But if you start big foundation, the foundation alone can take all your salary for the next 10 years, right? Because 3,500, it means a year, that's 35,000. For the kind of story building you want to put up, you may be getting to about 100,000 cedis or more for your foundation alone, right? And so why would you want to take 3 years to do your foundation when you can do a 1-bedroom with that 100,000 cedis and rent it out? So again, I want you guys to be answering. He says, or should we consider other strategies? If you have other strategies too, please comment below. Number 5, while the site plan is readily available, the indenture is still pending completion. So the seller that is proposing to build you the house has given you a site plan, has not even given you an indenture. My guy, have you even confirmed from Lands Commission that this person has the legitimate right to sell you the house? Please, it's really important, because now you don't even want to let your money go into the land and you are using all your money to pursue litigation issues. So make sure you have done your search. It's like he really wants to build. He's passionate. He wants to start something. But I feel that he is jumping some of the steps in the name of let me start quickly. And maybe I blame myself too, because I have been encouraging my viewers to start a building project, right? So we started the ABH challenge where we said everybody needs to start a building project this year and finish something. Now, when we said so, what we said is regardless of the type of building you want to do, you should be able to finish in a year or two. And so if all your investment and salary or income you want to put into it can build you a 1-bedroom house, do a 1-bedroom house. Then he says, furthermore, I am pleased to share that a generous individual has offered to provide an interest-free loan of approximately 100,000 cedis. This loan aims to alleviate financial burdens and enable us to stop paying rent advances within the next 3 to 4 years. With this financial boost, I seek your expert guidance on how best to utilize these funds to realize our goal effectively. Thank you for considering my inquiry. Charlie, this is a wild one. This is a very wild question. These are some of the things we get in our DMs all the time. So there are multiple layers of loans. He has a rent advance loan of 30,000 cedis, and his salary is going to service the rent advance. He says another individual has given him an interest-free loan of 100,000 cedis, and he's going to use part of it to pay his rent advance so that he doesn't need to be paying that rent advance all the time. Use some to alleviate the financial burdens which have come up as a result of the rent advance. Use the rest to pay his house. To build his house. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the question of the day. Let me read the comments that you guys have put up, and then we will get ready to wrap up this video. Okay, so there are, plenty comments. All right, so Jefferson Okran says, what are your thoughts on container houses? I think it's good. I think in Ghana we have a lot of container shops, but container homes or residential properties are kind of a new concept that is coming up. It is relatively cheaper than the brick and mortar or the block and cement houses. However, you need somebody who is an expert. However, again, it hasn't been tested for multiple generations in Ghana for us to say we can now widely adopt and accept. It's in like its first or second generation. That doesn't mean don't do. I'm just saying do all your research before you put your money into it. Okay. Kicks851 says, I'm planning to do 3 rooms and 1 office. Wow, there are about 101 people on the live, and we have only 14 likes. Oh, guys, please, when you close the live chat, you see a thumbs up button. Please, let's click on it and give ourselves 500 likes for this video that I'm pouring all my heart into. I pray this video is a blessing to somebody. That's why I'm passionately sharing this. Okay. So, the comments are coming in quickly. Okay, so Kicks, I've read your message. You are planning to do 3 bedrooms and 1 office. Why? Why 3 bedrooms? L.E. Sparkles, FK L.E. Sparkles says, healthy TV, that's how it should be. Okay. So the community is talking with the community. I love that. Kicks says, but I was thinking of doing 4 rooms and 1 office. I have 2 kids, but I also want to have my mother-in-law come for a few months. It's common in Canada to have 3 to 4 rooms. That's fine. Daniel Kofu says, please, what's happening to the cement capacity and strength in Ghana? Why do every house these days need damp-proof membrane now? Oh, it's not necessarily cement capacity. Most of the lands in Ghana are clay. They retain water. There's a lot of water in the land. And so you need a damp-proof membrane and even other techniques to prevent rising damp. Like rising damp is one of the most common issues we have in Ghana. And many people don't do the foundation properly. The land that they purchase is waterlogged, and those ones are way cheaper, right? So that's why you are hearing these things. So just do it to save yourself the future cutting of the walls, treating it, and all that. Okay. Comments keep coming. I don't want to miss even one comment. I'm going to read everyone. Okay, Mbari says, I'm building a 5-bedroom house because I want my kids to have their own room and a visitor's room. Okay, so Mbari is like the typical person I'm talking about in this video. You want your kids to have their own room. It's good, it's beautiful. But what's about when your kids leave you? Okay, so Healthy TV and LE Sparkles are talking amongst themselves. Irabna Poku says, 4 bedrooms in Elmina. Planning on renting when not using. Very expensive to build at roofing stage, and it is not easy. True. That's even the next point I was going to go to. Like, roofing a 5-bedroom, 9-bedroom, 12-bedroom house It's expensive. Hey, like even roofing a three-bedroom house is expensive if you're not doing like a secret or a hidden roof and you're doing these kind of big hip roofs. Charlie, it is expensive. People got quotes of 90,000, 120,000 CDs for their roof. That 120,000 is also building somebody a one-bedroom house. I know all fingers are not equal. We cannot all build one-bedroom houses. But please, I have seen too many building projects